Ooh, what's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another session of Coffee and Martial Arts. Salute, salute, salute. Cheers. Yes, sir. Thank you very much for being here, everybody. We have a great show today, but we're having some problems with our guest getting connected. Okay, so just give us a minute while she figures it out. We already tested and she did okay, but now there's some technical problems. Okay, so I'm trying to help her out to get in. Um, Okay, so thank you, everybody. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to be typing a little bit. Okay, I'm here. Don't worry. But before we go to, okay, let's see. Okay, I'm just helping her out a little bit. Let's see if she can do it like this. Okay, so before we go live, I need to say the proper announcements. Okay, and people are saying hello, buenas tardes, hola a todos, saludos. Okay, so let's see. We are going live through our Facebook page, Master Frank Soto Kinetic Dragon. So please follow us there, like, share the video. That really helps with the algorithm so we can reach more people every time we go live. Thank you. We're also going live through our YouTube channel, Kinetic Dragon channel. Yes, sir. Also, like and subscribe and click on the little bell so you get notified every time we go live and every time we upload a video, okay? Also, we are going live through the International Hall of Fame of Argentina page, Facebook page, okay? They're a great group of martial artists. That's the magazine that comes out every month. That's the issue of March. The one of April is coming out very soon. And we always have an article. We collaborate with this amazing magazine, an amazing group of martial artists led by Master Juan Martin Alvarez. Saludos, Master. Okay, so today we have a great guest. Let's just hope she can get logged in. Okay, she's trying and she's a little frustrated. So please give her a thumbs up and send her a good vibe so she doesn't get nervous or frustrated and she can jump in. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so let's see. Next week, we're going to have an amazing, amazing guest as well. We're going to bring back the man, the legend. There he is, Grandmaster Larry Tatum of the Larry Tatum's Kenpo Karate Association. He's a world-renowned Kenpo master, right? We all know him, all of the Kenpo guys. And he's going to be here sharing his knowledge and wisdom and his insights of the martial arts of more than 50 years in Kenpo, right? Teaching, promoting, giving seminars all over the world. He's going to be here. So don't miss it, okay? It's going to be really, really cool. Okay, so today we have a great guest, okay? All the way from New York State, okay? She is a personal trainer, certified personal trainer, and a Kenpo instructor. Her name is Mary Hallett. Yes, and she should be here any moment. Well, let's just all hope that she can get in. Okay. So we'll see how it goes. Give us a little bit. Okay. Scorch 1028. Hello, Master Frank. It's always great to see that Kenpo is alive and well. Yes, sir. Alive and kicking. Yes, of course. Thank you. I agree. Thank you so much for your comment. Jermis Caraballo, saludos desde Brazil. Big hug. What's that? Salud. Thank you. Jorge Sanchez, salud. Master Frank, salud, sir. Gracias, saludos. Okay, Diego Andrés Salvucci, saludos from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Salud. Thank you. Gracias. Maestro González, salud from Osorno, Chile. Saludos, maestro. Gracias. Víctor Pérez, salud, Grandmaster Frank Soto. Saludos, Víctor. Thank you. Francisco Ponce Muñoz, salud from Chile, Quilpue City. Thank you. Saludos. Gracias. Catherine Sumter says, hello, Master Frank and Sensei Mary. Cheers from CCDP Worldwide, Squim, Washington. Thank you. Salud. Please, thanks. Hello. Okay, we're having some issues here. Let's see if she can jump in. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay. She's still having some issues. Okay. Okay. She's a little bit frustrated. Please, please don't be frustrated. Please, it's okay. Okay, we'll figure it out. Sorry, I'm chatting with her right now. Okay, okay, guys. Okay, so please, let's cheer her up. Come on, yes, come on, Mary, you can do it. Okay, she did it last time. I don't know what's going on there, but we'll see. Okay, Mr. Angulo, good afternoon, sir. Thank you. Gracias. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, if there's anybody that's been on the show before that knows Mary and that can send her a test through Messenger to help her out, Mr. Pasaglia probably there. I don't know, and help her out to log in. She's having some issues. I will really appreciate that because I can't since I'm in here right now. Okay, we were trying for the past 10, 15 minutes. We already did the test a couple of days ago and she did just fine, but I don't know what's going on right now. Uh, with trying to get in. It's not complicated, but sometimes it can be tricky. So no worries. Okay, guys. So um, if you have any comments or any questions, like I said, everything is prepared for her to be here. Okay, we have some pictures already that she sent. Right. But I don't want to put too much out there because, well, I want her to tell her story. Okay, so but if anybody has any comments, anything you want to say, anything you want to share, please do so. We can use this time to comment about the art, about Kenpo, about the martial arts, whatever it is that you want to share. We are here for you. Okay. If not, just go get your coffee. There's time for you to make your coffee. We're going to wait for her to see if she can jump in. Okay. Yes. Yes. So let's see. She's trying to go in through her computer to her phone. I don't know what's going on. She's not being able to do so. Okay, so let's see. Follow. Okay, okay. Sorry, everybody. This is fun. Yeah, it is what it is. That's the thing with live shows, right? Uh, okay, so um, let's see. Okay, so like I said, next week we're gonna have Mr. Tatum, and we're gonna be talking about Kempo. Okay, so if anyone of anybody here, anyone wants to talk about the art, we can talk about it, right? So, uh, one of the things that I see in Kempo, right, in the Kempo community, is the thing about Kempo was the ultimate in self-defense, right? It was for decades. It started in the 50s with Mr. Parker when he was in Pasadena, right? He opened up a studio, Kempo Dojo, right? And he started working since then until his passing in 1990. And in all those years, he accomplished many, many things, right? He um, created a huge tournament. He made the martial arts uh, trend in Hollywood, right? He got the arts into the movies. He helped out launching the careers of the big names like Mr. Bruce Lee, like Chuck Norris, Joe Louis, Bill Wallace, Benny the Jeter Kiddis. Because of the tournament, and because of his connections in Hollywood, right? And he promoted Kenpo worldwide, and he gained many students. He created his own method of teaching, his own system, American Kenpo Karate, and he did amazing, right? And in those days, Kenpo was the ultimate in self-defense. He created an amazing art, right? And he was the top of the line. But then, after Mr. Parker's passing, things changed, right? Time goes by, and other arts came in, like, and I'm not complaining, okay? This is just an analysis. Another arts came, like Krav Maga, for example, right? The Israeli self-defense or Israeli martial arts. Then another arts like Russian Sistema came into the game, and also, of course, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and the UFC and MMA. And well, Kenpo, Mr. Parker had the biggest tournament for many years, the International Karate Championships in Long Beach. So that was claimed by the UFC, basically, and other sports karate associations like NASCA and what's the other one? NBL, the National Black Belt League, and now WACO, WAKO, and other organizations got that. And MMA created the UFC eventually created what's now MMA, and they got all the way to the top. So in sports, in the sports side of, because Mr. Parker had the complete package. He had the art, he had Hollywood, and he was in Hollywood. He was the man there. He was the one promoting the biggest tournament, and he also had one of the ultimate arts in self-defense, or we could say the ultimate in self-defense. Why not? For a while, right? But then this other arts came with other seniors, other teachers, other masters, other promoters, right? And in sports world, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu came in, right? And they ruled for many years. Not anymore. Now it's mixed, right? But they're still up there, though. They're still up there for sure. Then in the reality-based self-defense came into the game, and systems like Krav Maga and other systems, right, started ruling in self-defense. And in the traditional side, we have in 1988, Taekwondo went into the Olympics, right? Okay. Axel says, salute from Chile. Great broadcast. Thank you, sir. We're waiting for our guest. She's having some issues to come in. Okay, let's see how she's doing. How you doing? How are you doing? Oh, my God. Okay. If you cannot come in, don't worry. We'll do it again next time. Okay, so let's see. Let me send the invite again. Make sure she's following the link. Okay, copy the clipboard, copy it. So maybe StreamYard was the problem. It says that the platform is not letting her doing it. Okay. Well, sorry guys. Then I don't know what the issue is, but so anyway, in sports side, we had Taekwondo going into the Olympics. Judo was already there. Now karate is there, so they got organized as well. So karate do also became a big thing. So Kenpo kept on going to the side. It didn't have I think one of the biggest problems was, since Kenpo had everything, right? The sports side, the self-defense side, and the movies. And also in the movies arena, in the 90s, well, at the late 80s, we had Aikido coming in with Steven Seagal. Then we had another names like Jean-Claude Van Damme. And of course, The Perfect Weapon came on with Mr. Speakman and Mr. Parker being the one choreographing the movies. But then the problem was Mr. Parker passed, right? So that duet, that was amazing duo, right? Mr. Parker and Mr. Speakman. Well, it didn't work because, well, Mr. Parker passed. So that was really bad. Of course, Mr. Speakman went on with his own career, but Kenpo in the movies, I mean, Mr. Speakman did fine, but it was a plan, including Mr. Parker, right? So Destiny didn't want it to happen. Okay, so in the movies now we have, and then after that we had different players coming in, and then we had the Matrix movies with all this kung fu stuff, right? All the guys from the Hong Kong cinema came into Hollywood, and then now we have, well, also the Silat guys, the Muay Thai with Tony Jaa, Scott Adkins, and all those guys. So we have so many different players now, right? So it's different, okay? Let's see. Scorch Centonia said other YouTube hosts that I listen to also have difficulties with StreamYard. It's a shame. Okay, so I guess it's a platform problem. Okay. Let's see. It might be StreamYard that is not letting you in. So if that's the problem, I am sorry with Mrs. Hallett, uh, Miss Hallett or Mrs. Hallett. Um, let's see, Maestra. Let's see if she can jump in. So let me check. Okay, let's see. Ok. Iván Castillo, Master, soy bien malo para el inglés, lamentablemente por ahí me las arreglo para entenderle. Un gran saludo. Saludos a Colombia. Me encantan tus entrevistas. I love your interview. Gracias. Thank you. Salud. No worries. Gracias. No se preocupe. Martes en español y sábados también. Okay, so let's see if she can jump in. I'm asking somebody to see. Okay, see if they can jump in. Okay, so I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on. Miss Hallett is very frustrated right now. Don't worry, no worries. If not, we'll do it some other time. Let's see. Okay. She's not being able to come in. Okay. I got in before. Okay, I know. Let's see. Oh, there. Okay. Gracias, Axel. Gracias. Sí puedo entrar. Okay. So StreamYard is working. Gracias. Okay. 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 So, uh, so I guess Kenpo was a victim of its own success, right? And then the seniors stayed in charge. And I think they have done a wonderful job. And that's why we've been interviewing all of these people, all of these amazing martial artists. Okay, not just Kenpo, but other artists, other arts, right? Uh, so I think Kenpo has done great, and Kenpo seniors have done great, and we do appreciate everybody's work. Okay, whether they're improving what they're doing, or just promoting, or teaching, or giving seminars, whatever hard work they're doing an amazing job. So thank you to you all. Okay, you guys are important. Each and every one of you are important in your own way. Okay, so thank you very much. Right. So and we're learning. We learn from our mistakes, and we learn from our our wins, right? So whatever it is that we do, but it says that we learn more from our mistakes. So every mistake we do and we get that, then we know what not to do again, right? So I think Kenpo has done amazing, okay? But now it's time to, I think it's time to just, continue working, but respect more of each other. And this is what this is about, okay? This is why I'm doing this. That's the main goal here, to try to connect, right? And to inspire the new generations, right? To go into Kenpo and to the martial arts. Of course, Kenpo is the main art for me because, well, I'm a Kenpo guy. But into any other arts as well, right? So we're trying to promote and to inspire the new generations, to bring them in, and so they can connect and learn and study and gain all the benefits from the martial arts. And that's what it's about, okay? So all of you guys out there, sometimes I get to see even seniors of the art complaining about their peers. Please don't do that. Don't do that here. Please don't. Why? What for? Be positive. You guys have a lot to share and a lot to give, and we are all listening, okay? The new generations of teachers and then the new generations of students, we are all listening to you guys. We're following your lead. So just be positive, right? If you have something wrong or bad to say about everybody, don't say it here. Don't say it loud. Don't say it out loud, okay? Don't say it live. Don't say it in front of the social media, stuff like that. This is why I keep this format positive, right? And neutral, okay? Because that's one of the things that Mr. Parker taught us, okay? When he did his IKC, which was an open martial arts tournament. It was not just a Kenpo tournament, right? So he became an ambassador of the arts in Hollywood, at the tournaments, worldwide, right? He was just an amazing promoter and an amazing man. And that's what we are trying to do, right? We're trying to follow that correctness, that righteousness, okay? Just follow the right path, okay? Be positive. And just keep on pushing, keep on going, okay? And if you have something that you don't agree with the other person, then you can call the other person and tell them politely, look, I just don't agree with you, or just dismiss it, right? And show the other person with your example the right way to do it. And I'm telling you this because I made that mistake years ago. I was complaining, like whining and call the ambulance, right? No, not anymore. I learned from my mistakes, right? And if you see some of my old videos, yes, I complained, and I was mad. Yes, I was pissed at the art and especially at the practitioners. Why? Because I was hooked, right? Yeah, there was no real reason, right? It was just me feeling, that my expectations were not fulfilled, which is, something normal, I guess, for an individual. But you need to pass that. You need to pass that that thing. Okay, so that being said, we need to set an example. You guys, if you are leaders of the art, or leaders of your teaching the art, or you're practicing, you're active, okay, then you become a model. Yes, you can be a role model for people. So make sure you are responsible of your teachings, and you honor your teacher. You honor the teachings itself, Kenpo itself, or any martial arts, and you honor yourself by doing things the right way, the correct way. This is the way, right? So it's not just about kicking, punching, and doing techniques and kicking butt or whatever, right? It's about you being a better man or a better woman, right? You becoming the better person, okay? That's what the arts are all about. It's about improving. It's about investing in yourself, okay? Learning to be at peace, learning to be at ease, stop conflict by understanding conflict. But it's weird and it's funny if you are a master of the art and you are seeing conflict in other people, then there's something you're not doing right. Okay, there's something that there's a lesson that you haven't learned. Okay, and Mr. Tatum, who's going to be here next week, it's an amazing example of somebody who has the right attitude when it comes to people. Okay, he does. I mean, I was his student. I started training with Mr. Tatum back in '96, and he's been an example for me ever since. Even though I left the LTKKA in 2000, I always had a very good image of my instructor, and I was always very grateful to him. But I follow my own path because, well, that's me. Even so, he has that correct attitude when it comes to other people, right? He is an amazing ambassador of Kenpo. He has put his life into this, his passion, right? And he has done very well for himself and for his association and for all the people that get in touch with him. Me being one of them. I was one of his students, right? I'm still are in a way, right? So that is the way. That is the right way. The same thing that Mr. Parker did, right? He left a positive mark on people's life. Everybody that met him got that positive example and that positive thing, right? So it's important, right? It's important to do this. It's important to follow this, right? Yes, like Mr. Angulo is saying, you never stop being a student. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's right. You never stop being a student. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's important that you remain that. Okay. Okay. Let's see, Mr. Angulo, if you're there and if you know Maestra Mary Hallett, if you can help her out, please send her a test message through her Facebook. So help her out to join in StreamYard. She's having issues. She said she's not a tech person. She doesn't know how to jump in. So she's doing something, something that the platform's not helping her or whatever. So if you can help her out, I would really appreciate that, because I'm live here. I cannot help her. Han Martín Álvarez, salud, master, big hug, abrazo grande, gracias, saludos. So, guys, set an example. Be responsible, okay? Especially what you put out in social media. Like I said, we are watching. We all are, okay? Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Okay. I hope you have her contact. I bet you do, because it's like, see, it's a small community. It's a small Kenpo community, and we're always there to help out. Thank you, maestro. You're the man. Gracias. So, it's important, right, to be responsible of what you say, okay? Because, like I said, people are watching. And whatever you say, you can held accountable for. Okay, so I have said things in the past, and then then I might regret. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Damn. And there are some videos out there that I put on my YouTube channel that I'm not very proud of, but I didn't take them off because it reminds me, right? It reminds me of what not to do, and it shows me my path, and it helps me to become a better person, right? But now, well, I'm not the same guy I was 5-6 years ago. I want to believe that I have improved myself, right? Of course, that's why we train and we study. Okay. Maestro Johnny Restovic Carmona. Saludos, maestro. Saludos from Vitacura, Chile. Gracias. Saludos. Thank you. Salud, sir. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. So, um, it's important that you follow the code. Okay, whatever code that you have in the martial arts, okay, there is a code, right? It varies from one art to the other, but it's basically respect, right? Uh, Inner peace. Try to be at peace, at ease with yourself. Respect others. Be nice to others. Be gentle, right? Be respectful. Uh, and by respecting others, the best way to show respect is to listen to others. Okay? Don't try to impose your ideas just because you think you're better. You you're probably not, or you probably are, but if you're trying to show others that you're better, then you're not better. Yeah, yeah, you're getting hooked. Okay, so you don't have to do that. Just do your stuff, do your work, and follow your own path, and share it if you want with people. And the people that will appreciate you, they will go with you. Okay, so be nice. Goro Sumter says, couldn't agree more about being circumspect about what you post on social media. Yes, yes. If you want to be known, respected for your arts, perhaps you'll stay off the politics, social issues, etc. Exactly. Yes. And I totally agree. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Scorch 1028 says Jeff Spiegman recently gave 2 interviews on a Kenpo program on YouTube. Yes, okay. He said that he incorporates some of the Goju Ryu he learned under Master Lou Angel into his Kenpo 5.0 curriculum. Well, good for him. Yes, if it works for him and if it works for his students, great. I mean, he was a Goju Ryu guy before he was a Kenpo guy. So that makes sense for him, of course. Thank you for sharing, sir. Thank you. Okay, so good. So, uh, but still, um, you shouldn't talk wrong about anybody, your instructors, your teacher, or if you were a former instructor and you didn't agree with them and you left and you went to another one, then just don't badmouth that other person. Okay, I had instructors too that I don't follow anymore, but they're still my friends up to the day because I respect them and I appreciate what they did for me. Okay. Okay, let's see. Mary's there. Hello. Can you send the link to? Yes, of course. Let's see if I can do that. Okay. Sorry about that, Mary. Okay. I hope you're getting. Um, I hope you can do it through your Yahoo and stuff like that. Let me see if I can do that. Okay. Good. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do this. Okay, she's right there. David Arnold, buenos dias, amigo. Good morning. Buenos dias. Yes, sir. Let's see. Let me type this down, Mary. Uh, and you know how it is. The moment we finish this, she's gonna be able to go on. Oh man. Okay, let's see. Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, my maestro David Gigliotti. Hello, sir. Let's see. Salute, sir. My motto is less chat, more math. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, but sorry, I got a math back there, but here in coffee and martial arts is more chat and less math. This is the chatting time, okay? But of course, I do more training than talking. Said I don't like getting involved in the politics. Just train and help your students. Yes, yes. And if you're going to chat like we do, make it positive. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, sir. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Yes. Paul Odum says, I am from Oregon. Thank you. Okay. Hello to everybody in Oregon. My grandmaster was Jim Mitchell. Oh, he was a student of Mr. Parker back in the 70s. Yes. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Yes. Great. Great. Okay. Let's see. Why? What's going on? Oh, okay. Let's see. Sorry, my bad, Mary. Okay, here we go again. Okay, there it is. Okay, mail sent. Manuel Ponce says, good morning, Master Frank Soto. Good morning, Manuel. Thank you for being here. So, may I remind you, next week, yes, sir, next week, we're going to have Maestros, Grandmaster Larry Tatum is going to be here, okay? So, we're going to have an amazing show. It's already been confirmed. He's going to be here. So, be ready, have your coffee ready, and we're gonna have a good time. Let's see, we have more comments. Mr. Odom says, hey, sir, who your instructor is? Well, I have different instructors, but the one that brought me up in Kenpo was Mr. Tatum. Okay, that's why he's gonna be here next week. I got my first and second degree black belt from him, and then I went and studied with other instructors in different arts. Like the late Grandmaster Tino Toilozenga and his son, Senior Master Rudy Toilozenga in Lima Lama. I have a 6th-degree black belt under them. I also studied with, let's see, the one that gave me my rank in Kenpo is my good friend, Senior Master Tim Bulett, that I also studied with him all the police tactics. I'm a student of the SWAT Academy of Texas. I've been there a couple of times getting courses and stuff. And he's a good friend. He's been here as well in Hermosillo. So we have done a lot. We did the movie El Negocio, okay, with Mr. Tatum. I was there. I helped out a little bit. That was Team Bulett and Master Tatum production. It was fun. Let's see. Leon Brady, wise words, sir. Love the show from Ireland. Thank you to all the people in Ireland. Thank you, sir. Hello. Take care. Yes. So, let's see. Okay. So, who else? My instructor. I've also studied Kosho Ryu Kenpo with Hanshi Bruce Jonick, who's also has been here on the show. I'm a very good friend, and I have had lessons as well with Senior Master Bob Lyles from Sacramento, California. He is a Senior Master in Kenpo, also a student of Mr. Tatum. Okay. Mr. Daryl Liner of Sacramento studied with me as well. What do you teach, sir? Yes, I know Daryl. He's a good friend. Of course, Master Daryl, also a senior master in Kenpo. Okay, a student of Mr. Tatum. That's why I know him. I've known him since the 90s. So, yes, thank you. Okay, Jonathan Rojas. Attentive as always. Greetings, Raptors team, Kenpo Karate, IKKA, Empalme, Sonora. Saludos, Master. Gracias. Thank you. Saludos a la gente de Empalme y al Raptors team. Gracias. So, is that, I don't know if I named everybody, but I've also learned a lot and was a student for a while of Maestro Ed Parker Jr., good friend of mine. Okay, so I've been around. Yes, thank you, and I'm very grateful to all of my teachers. I also study the Japanese side of Kenpo with Sensei Axel Cárdenas from Chile. Okay, so and he is. We do collaborations here on the show. Okay, so Scott James Well, Maestro. Hey, brother, wanted to say hi to you and Mary. Hello, sir. Mary's having problems getting connected. If you can help her out, please. If you have her contact on Facebook, she's trying to get in. She can. Okay, sorry about that, guys. We already did this test, and she did okay like a week ago, actually, because she was very nervous of not being able to come in, and oh, voila. Okay, so sorry about this, guys. Rafael Herrera, Maestro, salud from Spain. Saludos, gracias. Liga Jing, mis respetos, maestro y colega. Respects, gracias, maestro. Respetos también. So, So thank you everybody for being patient and for being here. I'm sorry about this. I already had a nice conversation with Mary Hallett, and she has a nice story to tell. I guess she's not going to be able to jump in today. We'll see if we can figure it out and bring her in later on in another show. Okay. I'm sorry about that. But this things happens. Okay. You know, it is what it is. It's a live show. So we're going to wait a little bit and see if she can come in. But we only have like 15 minutes left of the show. So I guess it's probably not happening. Okay. Sorry, guys. But like I said, if you have any comments, if you want something to share about Kenpo or the arts, well, I'm here for you guys. And I'm always grateful. Okay. And I'm really grateful of the time that you're here. I'm very sorry to Mary that she couldn't jump in. It's not her fault. Okay. I'm responsible because I'm the one hosting the show. So if you want to be mad at me, please. And I apologize for this problem. Okay. I guess we should have done this. Okay. Okay. Paul Ladum says, my with the Brotherhood now. Okay. Cool. Great. Great. Hello to the Brotherhood. Yeah, I guess the International Camper Brotherhood, right? Or is there, can be any other brotherhood, I guess. But I hope that's the one you're talking about. Thank you. Cool. So salute to all of them. So, like I said, I apologize for this problem, technical problems that we had today. We did the test. Everybody was fine. Right. Right. Thank you. Cool. Let's see. Catherine Sumter, is it common in Kenpo for a black belt candidate to submit an essay or some sort of writing prior to the promotional exam? If so, do they read it at their test? Yes. Back in the days with Mr. Parker, there was a written thesis. Actually, I believe he was one of the first ones that started this back in the 60s, probably. Yes. So, yes, there was a written thesis that you had to write and submit. But not every association and not every teacher does this anymore, okay? Some of them do, some of them don't. But it's a nice way. I mean, it's a nice thing to do, to have like, you know, some type of essay. I guess not a thesis anymore, but some type of essay or some sort of writing. Yes. But like I said, it's up to the association and to the instructor, okay? But when you were before a part of the IKKA, when Mr. Parker was alive, I believe that you definitely had to do one. Okay, it is written in the manuals, and there were books that came out of different theses of black belts. Okay, in Kenpo. So yes, thank you for asking. Nice, good question. My good friend David Guillaume, aloha, my friend, aloha, brother. Thank you. Sir, you owe me an interview, sir. You have to be here in the show, my friend. Come on. You need to make some time. Come on, maestro. Yes, I'm saying this live. Yes. Oh, there we have her. Hello. Hey. Okay, no worries. Yes, she's here. Hello, everybody. Come on. Don't worry. Are you okay?
Yeah, so I had to do it via my text. It just, I don't know what was going on. It wouldn't work at all. I couldn't get through
messages. There you are. No worries. See, let's see. We have people cheering you up. There she is. Yes, thank you, Catherine. There she is. Okay, you're all red. Don't worry. My bad. It's all on me. I take all the responsibility, okay?
Oh.
Thank you so much. Don't worry. We'll take time to interview you, okay? So, are you okay?
I'm okay, sir. I'm so sorry.
Don't be. No worries. This is what happens in the live show. And you're not the first one that goes through this, okay? We have had this problem before, not many times, but yes. So that's why we do the test.
It wouldn't go through my computer, so now I'm on my phone. So I apologize for that. But anyway.
Okay. So be careful when you're on your phone not to put your timers over your mic because then we cannot listen to you.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. So hello.
Hi.
Okay. So every before we go, and start talking, I always ask my guests if they can share a little bit of your background. How is it that you started in the martial arts, and how you got until where you're at today? Briefly, because well, we only have an hour. I guess we're gonna go for it. Okay, no
Okay.
worries.
All right. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, well, basically, I've been running all my life, and when I was a little kid, I started running, and then I kind of always wanted to do martial arts. There was really, literally no money for me to do it, but I always wanted to learn how to defend myself, which would have come in handy growing up. Eventually, I was pretty young. I was working in a convenience store, and I got robbed at gunpoint. So that was a pretty like
Wow.
I was like kind of like that's the last straw, I'm doing this like I want to be able to defend myself or just try to like um just be a stronger person than I ever was. I wasn't like coordinated in other sports. I mean all I did was run and I still run. So anyway, after the experience I ended up a couple months later started training with a gentleman called Steve Holden, and that was in 1994.
Okay.
And so I think you have a picture of him, but anyways, he ended up. So there's like a
Which
picture
one is that?
that I had sent of like a bunch of guys. I'm standing next to him, and there was like Joe is in it. It's kind of a lineup, but Mr. Holden's in a t-shirt. Yeah. Yeah.
Got
So
it.
that's Steve Holden. This was in 2005 because he had moved to work with Mr. Speakman in around 1999. So Mr. Holden was my teacher for about 5 years, and then you see him, and then me, and then Joe Pizzaglia, who's my instructor now, and a couple other guys that we train with. Danny Coffin and Wayne Bell are in that picture. So that was 2005. But anyway, I learned a lot from him. His roots were in Shotokan, and he was making a transition to Kenpo. So I actually started out in Shotokan, which was a lot different.
Okay.
But then he hooked up with Speakman and he started doing both. So anyway, roundabout way. It took me a long time to get to black belt, but I kind of did both styles for quite a while. And then a lot of people quit that I trained with. They're like, what is this Kenpo crap? And it was like kind of weird at first, but then it's like the more you do it, it was like, oh, this stuff is great. It's like it works. And so I stayed the course and I've been training ever since. I'm Mr. Pizzaglia, who's my instructor. He was also a student of Mr. Holden's. And when he left and closed his dojo, Joe opened one. So I've kind of been with him for the most part since.
I see.
And yeah, so back then, like it was probably around 2000. I'm not sure. He started bringing Mr. Tatum out, and we became affiliated with him and Francisco Vigoro. So yeah, that's 2003. I got my black belt in 2004. So I was a brown belt there still. So
Okay. Let's see. We have some other pictures here.
yeah, that's a couple years ago at our studio. Joe and me and Mr. Frank.
Okay. Let's see. There we go.
that's an old one. That was that same seminar. That was 2003, I believe.
You look like a little girl there.
Yeah,
Very
I
young.
I never like, one thing Kenpo has done for me, it's like now I feel like I don't feel that small, but when I'm standing next to people and then I actually see pictures of myself, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what
No,
they're
but
saying.
I wasn't meaning the size. I mean
Oh,
the age.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
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 but you train among giants. Look at that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah.
And
It's
then
been,
let's see. That's another one.
yeah, that let me tell you about that was my last test. It was my third degree test. And I had only known a couple of those guys. I knew
That's
Mr. Damien, and I knew, obviously Joe Francisco, but of course I met those guys, Monty and all them. Um,
And hold on a second. I think we have somebody saying hello here. Montasser Newer. Great martial artists deserve all the respect. Salute to both of you. Thank you, sir.
thank you, sir.
Uh, Scott Sadwell saying hello,
Um,
long time no see.
hey, no, years, very long time.
Okay. Phil Gibbs saying hi from England. Go
Hi.
for it, ma'am, girl. Power all the way. Nice. Okay, Fer Luis Rodriguez says hello. Hello, gracias. Salud from Celaya, Guanajuato, Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Montasser saying, I was honored to be on her third degree test. Yes, we can see you on the picture, my friend. Let's see. Let's put the picture back again. There he is.
Yeah.
Right?
Very
Nice.
nice. Very nice guy. Very nice guy.
So that must have been something else to have all those black belts in front of you.
I'll tell you, I'm not a very good driver in the city, and Frank's school there was like literally in Jersey, like it was like being in downtown like New York City or whatever. And we were lost. I was driving my car, and then Joe and Jason Arnold, they were driving. Everybody's lost because Joe gave me the wrong address, and it was in my GPS, and so we're going around in circles. So I just make it to the studio, and I literally have, because I'm like, I wasn't late for the test, but I was so nervous because I literally had a test in like 20 minutes or something. So I was already like all shook up, and I get in there, and I remember seeing those guys, and I was just like, okay, I'm thinking I got the wrong address. I'll see it. But yeah, my feet were shaking, but I was like, you know what? Well, here we go. So yeah.
And well,
Yeah,
you passed the test. There it is.
yeah, passed the test. And it was a really good experience because it had been a long time since I tested. It was close to 10 years, really. Yeah, so I tested 2004 and then 2008 for my second degree, and then it was like the end of 2017 to my third. So, but I'm gonna do it again. I'm planning on December. So
So
yeah.
you're testing for your fourth, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I keep saying that's the last time, but I'm still alive. So while you're living, you gotta.
Yes, of course. Why not? I mean, I guess rank, it's important in a way if it motivates you, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good reward, right?
Yeah. And it pushes me to keep up on my material, where that it motivates me to, because there's a lot with it. But we have a little bit different curriculum where we have to do aikido, and we have to do sanshin kata on our test, so that's been a big thing. Sparring, always have to do sparring on the test. So
you combine what your previous background in karate with the Kenpo stuff that you have, right?
yeah, pretty much.
That's cool.
I mean, most of the Shotokan, I mean, that is like not really on our test anymore. It's pretty much pretty much all Kenpo, but then there's added extras. You know, we have to know Aikido locks and takedowns and throws and incorporate that into our, club disarms, gun disarms, and all that type of stuff.
You know, there's a lot of people that don't know, that might not know this, but Aikido and Kenpo have similar backgrounds. You know, they're actually arts that are connected. You could say that they are connected in Japan. Were connected back in the days. Kenpo goes into the striking side, right? More aggressive, more striking stuff. And Aikido goes into the gentle side, more manipulating stuff. But if you study them, you'll see the connection. They follow the same patterns, right?
Yeah.
So it's a good mix for sure.
And another thing, like our instructor wanted us to, he wants us to use them for is, because nowadays with, okay, you're not going to always break bones and you're not going to always, so the manipulation part of it is the control part of it, where you aren't necessarily hurting them when you take them down. Whereas Kenpo, we're always busting something up, it seems,
So that looks very powerful right there. I mean,
so
that's good stuff.
Yeah, so a lot of times, so I just say, I am a nurse. I'm a full-time nurse, and during this pandemic, it was rough. We didn't close, but we mainly ran on private lessons and stuff like that. So obviously, when there's not a lot of folks to work with, I've been, he'll put me on the bag and say, there, do your self-defenses on the bag. So over the years, I've been, trying to maybe not perfect, but I try to do a lot on the bag, almost every self-defense that I can think of, or parts of it I try to do. So you can create that power. Or with, Bob the dummy. That works pretty well too.
Let's see. We have more footage here that I'm going to share. There we go. Was that your test? One of your tests?
Yeah, that's second degree. My second degree test. This looks like the self-defense portion.
Okay. So when you apply techniques, you do not just the curriculum techniques, but you add some of the Aikido movements in them, right?
Yeah. So we do. So he'll say, okay, show me the self-defense, and then at any time that once you do your self-defense, at any time you can switch it up and go into any lock or take down.
Well, that's a very nice parting wings right there.
Thank you, sir.
I mean it. I mean, and it's with extension and everything by the book. So that looks very crisp and very nice to me.
Thank you.
So, but you like adding the stuff of Aikido, right? So that's good. I like that too. I use a lot of Aikido type of manipulations. So nice, twin kimono. Nice.
Thank you. With our club disarms too, we've been working different club disarms and knife. We've always done that too. Random attacks, the Aikido works well with. I don't believe I'm showing any of that here, but
don't worry, we'll find other videos. You send me
okay.
different ones, right? So okay, but that's nice though. That's nice. So you're also a personal trainer, and you said you're a runner.
Yes. Yeah, I've been running for I don't know. I guess I never really liked to walk, so I kind of my mom said I was born.
You compete as well, right?
What's that?
You're also a competitor. You sent me this. I saw this. That was
those are some from tournaments and some from races. Yeah. So over the years, but I have a funny story of me. Well, kind of cool story. That's Boston. That's the Boston Marathon. I ran that 3 years. I dedicated 3 years of my life running Boston. And
that's a big marathon from what I've heard, right? That's one of the important ones, right?
Yeah. So I would run it and qualify and run it again and qualify and run it again. So I did it for 3 years in a row. So
Wow.
it was it's an amazing race. So there was one time back in 2009, this is way before Boston, Mr. Tatum had come to our school, and this is the crazy stuff I used to do, because I used to, like, my instructor would always say to me, you know, Hallett, if you would just spend as much time training as you did running, you'd be like this, you know, you'd be really great martial artist. But I was like, I always had to do both. So Mr. Tatum, we brought him out in 2009 to this a seminar we had. And so all day, the first day, you know, you're all banging on each other, and then you go out to dinner and you have the dinner and drinks and whatnot. Then the next day you do it all over again. So the second day I said, okay, because Mr. Tatum knew I was going to be running a marathon. I was like, I got to go home and go to sleep, or, you know, take a couple hours and go to bed or whatever. So I got up at 2 a.m., drove to Lake Placid, got there around like 6 o'clock in the morning, ran the race at 8 o'clock, and won the marathon. And so it was like really crazy because we were talking at dinner. He's like, I think you'll do fine. And I had only run one before that. And so it was really cool because later in the day, he's like, how'd you do? I'm like, sir, I won the marathon. So I was like, I'll take a couple of days off from running. And we just did the seminar and stuff. So after that, I was really sore.
I bet.
But yeah, I don't know about, you know, I'm getting older, but anyways, I'm still running. But anyways, that was pretty cool.
We're still young. Come on. I mean, all of us. Yes. Yeah, you're probably way younger than me. So let's see. Okay, we have people saying hello. Let's see. Douglas Ferres, saludos, salud from Brazil.
Oh, wow. Hi.
Saludos. Let's see. Phil Gibbs. Hi, Mary. What's your favorite form and why? Please. Nice.
I did not like this one at first, but I do like it now, long 5. Because it took me a while to learn it. And I just like the way all the self-defenses blend together, and, you know, how you're doing everything on each side. And once I got to learn it, I really started to like it a lot better.
Nice. Okay. Carlos Villarroel, boa tarde. Good afternoon. Big Master, how you doing? Salute to the guest instructor, Mary, from Brazil, Manaus.
Hey.
Marcial, obrigado. Os.
Cheers.
Thank you. Okay. Kenjiro Selker, greetings from Chile. Gracias.
Oh, wow.
Salud. Okay, so we have people saying hello from all over the place. Nice. Let's see. Well, I wanted to ask you, so since you are a personal trainer and you are a marathon competitor, which is, wow. I mean, I can probably run on the treadmill for like 2-3 minutes, and I wouldn't call it running. It would be more like, right? So, I mean, it's impressive. I couldn't do what you guys do. That will probably destroy my knees for sure. So, how is it that I mean, what do you think of the physical side, like being fit, being in shape, and all of that does for you in martial arts training? How important that is?
I mean, it's pretty much, it's a lot to me. I wouldn't say it's everything to me, but that's just how I'm programmed. So I am, it kind of goes along with what you said. People say to me, like, how do you do all this stuff? Like, how do you, you know, go running every day and train and work and all this other stuff? And it's like, I don't do diets. I don't even call them training regimens. It's just the way. So if you follow the Marshall way, that's kind of how I live my life. And it's not really any particular thing. It's just the lifestyle. So I get up, it's like breathing to me, it's like I get up, I almost have the same routine, all the time. I might not run as far as one day, or I might not be in competition mode, or might not be in, it varies, but I mean, I pretty much live that way.
So you run every day?
Pretty much. It's been difficult. The winter is not very good, but
yeah, of course.
But yeah, pretty much. And I have 2 reconstructed knees, so that didn't have to do with running. One was a skiing accident, and one was from sparring. But they're holding up pretty good. And then I have some arthritis that's bad in my foot from running Boston for 3 years in a row. I trained on a treadmill, which is no good because you have to run all winter to run Boston. So gotcha. It altered that. So I'm just finding, whereas the last few years I've been having pain, so I've been doing different things. And I just bought a new pair of shoes, so they're different. And for this week is like the first time I've run without pain in like years. So I just try to find different ways to keep going. Yeah. Of course, and he's like inspired me to do that too. So because he just had 2 knee replacements, which I hope I'm not headed for that. But I try to stay healthy. I mean, I'm not perfect, obviously. we do whatever, but the Marshall way is kind of like, I love that. And like, that's how I want to like live.
Nice. Let's see. Catherine Sumter says, wow, Sensei Mary, I got to hand it to you. The straight and narrow path doesn't come so natural to me.
Yeah. Not necessarily me either, but I've always been like really highly motivated and like kind of strong-willed. So it's like it was easier for me to run in my head, think clearly that way. Okay, I'm gonna run this far or whatever. But I wasn't that good in martial arts. Like I was like, okay, when I first started, I wasn't that coordinated. Like I didn't do anything else. So one of the things that it helped me do was change everything. Like I just coordination, things I never thought I could do. I was doing them. And then every time, okay, somebody said, you can't do this. And I was like, yes, I will. Yes, I can. I'm going to do it. And there's never any way that you're going to stop me type of mindset.
So you're unstoppable.
When I'm in that mode. Yeah.
Good. No, that's good. That's fantastic.
I'm not saying it's not scary, but yeah, when I'm in that mode.
So did you get in that mode today when you couldn't jump into the interview?
I was like shaking and like.
I'm really sorry about that. I noticed you were very frustrated.
But Anthony actually called me on my phone and he's like, try having him send it to your email. And I was like, okay.
Thank you, buddy.
It worked. Like, it was like, okay, I don't know what happened, but it was fine with my email. So thank you for that, because if he's listening, because
I asked him to help you out. He was on the show, so I asked him. So that's why he called you. So thank you, Anthony. You're the man.
Yeah.
See, it's a small community. That's one of the beauties about martial artists and Kenpo and all that, right? It's a small community. There's always somebody out there willing to help out. So.
Yeah, I felt really bad about it.
No. But see, it's that unstoppable attitude that got you in, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, we have some more comments. Let's see. Ernesto Colbrenner, Sifu says, Salud, maestros. Big hug from Santa Fe, Argentina. Salud, Sifu. Thank you. Gracias. Let's see. Phil Gibbs says, thank you, Mary. Form 5, awesome. That a lot of concepts and principles working on takedowns on the outside of your attackers. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's see. We have a question here. I would like to know some of the ways that guests' ultimate fit burn is different from cardio, kickboxing, and Taibo.
I think he's talking about a class that I ran because before I became a certified personal trainer, I did group classes for a long time. I did certified boxing instructor and stuff like that. And the fit burn was just a class that I did that was like shorter for like a lunch break type of thing. People would come in and like, so they would burn a lot of calories and I do a lot of things like in a shorter amount of time, but I would vary it like every class. So it was kind of a combination of kickboxing, step, weights. But I like to do different types of stations and stuff too. All kinds of stuff, abs, push-ups. So it was just a different name of the class, and it was a shorter class.
Oh, okay. There you go. I hope that answered your question, sir. Okay, let's see. We have something here. Let's see.
Oh,
What do you got there? This is from a test as well?
Yeah.
Okay, those guys look dangerous. Okay. Oh, okay, here we go.
So I don't know what they're gonna do. It's just random chair defense.
I see. I like that. That's cool.
So I didn't know what they were gonna do there.
Nice. I like that a lot. Yes, using the chair. That's cool.
Yeah, use a chair.
Definitely using your environment as a weapon. Nice.
Yeah, big on environmental awareness.
Beautiful.
Stuff.
Oh, also they're kneeling down. I like that. Cool. Oh, so you're working from Suwadi Wasa. That's Aikido. Yeah. Well, the name at least. So cool. Okay. So I got another question. Let's see. Let me bring this back in. Okay. So when you're running a marathon, I mean, you go running for what? An hour and a half, 2 hours? How long does it take usually?
Well, they're 26.2 miles.
Okay.
So
it's like an hour?
no, it's over 3. Yeah.
3 hours?
Yeah, 3 plus.
Okay. Jesus. Okay. I have no idea. So that's why I'm asking. So, but I bet what's the mentality? I mean, it has to get to a point where you're like, oh my God, I'm not gonna make it. And you really have to develop that toughness, right?
Yeah, when I was racing, that's something that martial arts has really helped me with, like that I'm not quitting. It's like you can it's like kind of like the sparring at the end of your test or whatever you can think of that, you know, when you're like not gonna quit, but you're like dying, but you're not gonna quit. Yeah, and there's a point in the Boston Marathon, it's called Heartbreak Hill. So it's like at mile 20. So you still got 6.2 miles to go. You're just like, oh my God. You're like, but I can remember doing it and just being like, I'm not gonna quit. And you know, it's just it's long and grueling.
Yeah, so 26.5 miles, that's like
0.2.
42 kilometers, right?
It's 40 something, I think. Yeah.
That's a lot. I mean, that's 3 hours. Wow. And so you got in first place at the Boston one?
No. This is a smaller scale one in Lake Placid, New York. Yeah, it's where the 1980 Olympics were held. So you get to run the lap. The finish line is on the track, so you get to run on the track where the Olympians ran. So that was really cool.
That's so cool. Yeah.
And that one, when I did that one, like I said, it was the weekend of the seminar, and my dad and my son were there, and they came with me, and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited, I'm winning this race, nothing's gonna stop me, I can't wait to see my little boy see me finish the race. Well, I had estimated I wouldn't be finished for another half hour, so they got on a spectator bus, so they never saw me finish. And I was like, oh my God, I was like waiting for them to show up. But yeah, so I did okay with that one, but.
Wow. So you ran for like 3 hours and then you went for the seminar for 2 days?
No, I did the seminar first. And
Wow.
when you're supposed to be resting, I did the seminar.
No.
And yeah, so we banged around each other around for a couple of days, and then I did the race. That's why Mr. Tatum's like, how'd you do? I'm like, I actually won the race. So
wow. I thought I heard it wrong. I thought it was the opposite. So
yeah.
You did the seminar first and then you did the race afterwards. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna hold on 1 second.
Wow, that's amazing. Let's see. We have other photos here. Okay, I like this one. That's a nice one. And let's see. There you are. And we have, oh, there we go, Mr. Tatum. Nice. Okay.
That was in Ireland, in Dublin, when I went to compete there.
Yeah, Mr. Tatum is going to be with us here next week. We're going to have him on the show. Okay. Let's see. We have another picture here. Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, that's Kathy Long. She's amazing.
Yeah. Let's see. And then you have another one of you. There you go.
That's in Boston.
Wow. And then we have this one.
Oh, yeah, that's Mr. Sepulveda. So I met him, and I still talk with him now and then.
Nice. Great man. Great Kenpoist.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. What else do we have here? I think that's it. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So when you talk about the lifestyle, how do you define the martial artist or your lifestyle?
Well, like I said, it's pretty much, I pretty much have I pretty much do the same, like a routine I do pretty much every day. So I work 2:30 to 11. So whatever if I see a client or anything, I do that in the morning. I go running in the morning. I do all that stuff that I have to do before I go to work, that type of thing. To get it all in. Like, I wish there was more hours in the day. But
okay. So would you say it's like the lifestyle of a modern warrior?
yeah, so I just had to plug this in because I'm losing my battery.
No worries. This
is like the best way I can describe it. That I kind of go by, because I love this book. It's called Living the Martial Way.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it says the martial way is not a sport, hobby, or occasional pastime. It's a way of life. Warriors belong to an elite group, one that knows no cultural boundaries. Begin by acknowledging your warriorship. Think, feel, and act like a warrior. Set yourself apart from the rest of society by your personal excellence. Where your warriorship was once a birthright, it is now a calling. throw away your vanity and pursue internal objectives. And
Is that the one?
What's that?
Is
Yeah.
that the book?
Yeah. Wait, looks a little different at the bottom. That's probably it, though. Yeah, Living the Martial Way.
Okay, there's another version like that.
Yeah, that's the one. I've had this book for like 20-something years.
Nice.
So it says, beware of rank, train to achieve personal excellence, not certificates and belts. So like, I was in a hurry. I was never in a hurry to get to black belt or to get, it wasn't a race for me because everything else in my life has been a race. So what I did was that way I kind of stayed the course because I saw like hundreds of people come and go, you know, or they would get there and then quit. So it was like, I wasn't concerned in being in a hurry, you know. You know, so I guess that's what just keeps me going. Like it's a way of life, not a race. Everything doesn't have to be a race.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's like a different perspective. Like, because I know people are like, it took you that long. I never quit. There was a lot of fear in it too. Like I didn't test for my brown belt. The test before brown belt, I stayed that rank for like 3 years because I was kind of afraid to get to that level. And then once I took my brown belt test, I just was like, oh, I can do that. So then I kept testing to get to black pretty quickly. But yeah, I was not the best. Like I can remember Mr. Holden like teaching like the longer self-defenses, and I would just like, I had no idea what he was. I was spinning around in a circle, like, you know, it didn't come easy to me.
I gotcha.
So yeah, I wasn't in a hurry. And every time, you know, like somebody be testing, like I said, they test, it's like, it's okay. I'm okay with that. I don't have to race anybody or stuff like that, you know, for the first time. So it's helped me have that perspective. It's helped me in a lot of different ways. Like I told you, I was robbed at gunpoint. I couldn't literally handle guns for a long time. Like it took forever. So one of the things my instructor did, and he does, we do like airsoft pistol seminars and all kinds of stuff. There was one seminar I did where he had to wear like a vest and everything because there was actual, I don't know what kind of bullets they were. So if you got hit, you would actually feel it. So I did a lot of training with that. And then anyways, now I have my own Glock. and yeah, I have my own Glock meter, my concealed carry, and I couldn't. So one of the things that's done for me at martial arts is like I couldn't even be around guns. I couldn't handle guns and stuff like that. So, and another thing, it gives you, when you have your own or you learn to shoot, it gives you perspective on what it really means to handle the firearm.
Sure, agree.
Because like when we're working with a rubber pistol or a wooden pistol, you know, unless you've, you know, been around the guns and fire and everything else, you don't always have your hands right or whatever. So it's like now I have a different perspective.
Nice.
On that. So
nice. Let's see. Mr. Ibrahim says, I remember that book. It was a good one. Salute. Thank you, sir. Salute. Maestro Phil Gibbs says, how do you feel about the spiritual side of Kenpo, Mary?
So my business, Holistic Personal Training, the logo, it says mind, body, spirit. And the spiritual side plays a big part. To me, it's like, how do you not only stay motivated, but how do you stay excited about what you're doing? How do I put you know, my beliefs and everything into what I do, my discipline. So I think the spiritual side, it plays a huge part. Hold on 1 second here.
Okay. Okay. That's important. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if we can bring it up. Let's see. And there it is. There
Yeah, and you have to know, like, why, you know, what are the reasons for doing what you want to do, maintaining your goals and stuff like that. My spirit is what gets me to complete or to carry out my goals.
Okay. Cool.
It's
Amazing.
like that indomitable spirit, if you looked at up.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Well, I guess I guess you have things to do, right? We passed like half an hour.
Yeah.
Are you okay with time?
Yes, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm off today, so.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, so the mindset that you use when you're running or in martial arts, how do you take that into your life, into your daily life?
Well, I can think of one example, and this was really like, you guys might be able to relate how martial arts has helped you in your mind. You don't, nothing's gonna stop you in like if you have a adverse situation or something like that. So one example was last summer I was at work, and I've done CPR like tons of times, but my friend who's a nurse, she dropped on the ground and she had a code blue. She wasn't breathing. She's literally the same age as me. She wasn't breathing, no pulse, nothing. So she basically died there on the floor. So I got down and I was like, okay, although I had done CPR before, there was like a split second where I was like, oh my God. I was just like when I couldn't log on today, I was like starting to freak out. I was like, but I did that for like a couple seconds with her because I'm like, this is my friend, and I'm not going to be, there's no way in my mind am I going to be the reason why she's not going home to ever see her daughter or her mom again. So I just started doing rounds of CPR on her. I was slapping her in the face and all kinds of stuff to get whatever it took. And she came back.
Nice.
Right before
Wow.
She came back, and then the paramedics took her, and she ended up in the hospital for like a week. But I was just like, that in my mind was directly related to my training. I know it sounds crazy, but
no,
it's like, no. I don't think it had anything to do with nursing. It was just like, there's no way that I'm going to quit here.
Right. Beautiful, beautiful. And what would you say? I mean, in this show, we get more men coming to the show as guests. So the women's side, I think it's very important. And I like that, to make an emphasis on that. So what would you say to all the women out there? I mean, I do have Guru Catherine coming here every month to talk and share and stuff, but it's always nice to get more women involved in the martial arts. I believe it's very important for any individual, men, women, child, whatever, to to study the arts, to train.
Yeah.
It's really helpful. But what would you say to them, to all the women out there listening? What has done for you as a woman, as an individual, and as a woman?
Oh, it's done everything for me. I mean, I was this little bitty person who was totally different. I was very shy. Couldn't take care of myself. If I could run, I could run away from an issue. But it's given me a lot more confidence. it's getting through, you know, okay, if this happens to me in the dojo, I can get through this in the outside world. Um, but also, I mean, like we here, one thing that I want to convey to women is we can do anything that guys can do, really. We can do anything. So you don't have to, like my instructor, he doesn't care what sex you are. It's either you're doing the same thing as everybody else. You know what I mean? It's all you're a person. You know, you're not male or female. You're just, you know, able to take care of yourself. You're able to think more clearly. One of the things that like in training for different tests over the years, so sometimes I would come to class all tired out because I come in, just train. I just ran 15 miles or whatever. I come to class and I'd be like tired out. And they'd be like, Hallett, you know, come on, you know, let's go here. That's not my problem. You did this before class. And you know what I say was, I want to be that woman because we're targets. You know, I want to be that woman that's out there running, just went out there and ran however many miles. And some guy jumps out of the bushes and can I still defend myself? Because I'm exhausted. So I would train like that too. It was kind of insane where I would want to be able to do the same thing I could do no matter how tired I was.
Right. So, right. And you know, some of us, I'm going to talk about myself. I didn't understand what you just mentioned, women being targets, until I got married. You know, because in my house, I only had a brother. So my mom was there, but she is a really tough woman. So there was not of that, you know, much of that feminine side. So when I married and I married my wife, and then I had my daughter, and they're both, what should I say, tiny women. They're not too big, but they're
yeah.
Both of them have, you know, this strong character. But then my wife always tells me, you know, people treat me, they don't treat me the same way they treat you. I mean, me, I have this, you know, I'm a big guy and I have a tough look on my face. So people
right.
And you think that everybody's like that, and until you get that other you know, perspective, right? So a lot of us don't understand that, you know, when a woman says you're a target, so some of the attitude will be, come on, it's not true, but it is, right? It's quite different, right?
Yeah. Especially because like they'll look at me and be like, oh, this little person, and it's all about, you know, I've assisted with teaching women self-defense classes over the years and stuff like that. And it really has to do, my number one thing has to do with mindset in any situation. Whether I'm running, whether I'm training, it's all mindset is number one. Then like your physical, how your body and everything else is secondary. Because if it's in your mind that, okay, this guy sees me, he says this little person, oh, I'm gonna, you know, attack this girl or go after her. I look at it and you look them right in the eyes. They know, you know, when you look at somebody in the eyes, they know that you can identify them. They know you're not afraid of them. Different things I picked up over the years that I just have that. Not today. You're not messing with me. You know what I mean? Nice. And you have to be aware too. Like I see these kids or young, like teenagers, these girls like walking on the bike path through the woods with earbuds in and stuff, totally unaware of what's going on around you. So that plays a role too. Like I'm much more aware of my surroundings, and you know, I'll carry pepper spray here and there, and you know.
Nice, good. Let's see. Phil Gibbs says, wow, you're a living angel bringing life back. Nice. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to wrap it up. I mean, we got most of the time. I'm sorry about, you know.
No, it's my fault. I feel bad.
No. It's my bad. I'm always the responsible one here. So, but thank you so much. You did the effort and you got in, and I got to interview. It was truly an honor. So before we go, anything you want to add to our viewers? Anything you want to share, please?
I just think that one of the things I was going to mention was in not quitting and just maintaining, because I have like you said, you were talking about there's not many women in the martial arts, especially I notice as you get older, they kind of like tend to fall off, and then there's these youngsters coming up and you're like, okay, what am I still doing here? You know, like, and it's like it shouldn't be any different, you know, like, you know, you're still significant and you still have all that stuff to give and teach and learn. So I think at times I've kind of struggled with that. Okay, you know, there's not many of us left. So I really appreciate, it was like very nice of you to ask me to come on, and I'm not like well known by any means, you know, so it was like very nice. I love watching the show. You do, I don't know if you realize, but I haven't been able to travel a lot. So for people like me, like lately, with my job and stuff, I'm always taking care of the patients and everything. For us to be able to see your show and you to bring these people on, I just love it and appreciate it so much. And so for you to ask them to be on there was like really cool. And it's not, and one more thing, like for me, I've learned over the years, it's not all the accomplishments and everything you do, like winning this or that. It's you know, what's coming a lot my way lately is like women will say, my daughter looks up to you so much, or they see what you're doing and they think they can do it. So that's like, that's what makes me feel like good, like I'm making a difference, even when I think like, oh, you know, geez, you know, if I'm ever down on myself, I start thinking about, then somebody will go and say, oh, geez, you know, we really appreciate you, or, you know, you inspired me, or you inspired my kid or something. And it's like, okay, that's like the best thing, you know, that you can have is just that type of feedback.
Nice.
You know?
Nice. Cool. Well, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, they can visit your Facebook page, right? Mary Hallett, Certified Personal Training and Self-Defense. There it is.
Yeah, and you can go to my regular Facebook page, and I think you can see that page, but I think I can add you on there too. Either way, should be easier than me getting on here today.
No, thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time and the extra time for staying here longer. I'm very sorry you couldn't log in at the beginning, but I'm very, very happy and honored to being able to interview you, to have you here on the show. You rock. I like your attitude and your mindset. It's very, very cool. And I hope more people getting more inspired by your example. So
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody that was here watching.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Catherine says, well done. Thank you, Guro. Okay. And you have a great day. Next week, guys, remember, we're going to have here the man, Mr. Grandmaster Larry Tatum. Yes, sir. World-renowned Kenpo Master is going to be here on the show. Don't miss it. And thank you so much. You have a great day, Mary. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care and bye-bye, everybody. Take care. Thank you.